Hello, everyone. This is Keith Walker. Um, I think today I'm going to talk a little bit about doing Google Classroom. As you can see, Google actually has a lot of great products they use. We're going to actually use one that, um, if you have an apps for education or apps for business, I believe you can use, which is classroom.google.com, which once you sign into your email account, it'll actually be a lot of times you can find it in the right hand corner, but it will, once you get in, it'll look a lot like this. Um, Now, if you're new to Google Classroom, these are actually all of my classes. I'm going to start up a new one here. This is actually one of our other teachers that shared with me so that I can keep tabs on my students in the my special ed students in his class, just to kind of keep up on where they're at and how they are doing. Um, but all you have to do to create a class is hit this plus button right up here, right by your name, and hit create class. Then you just have to type in your name. So I'm going to actually just say new class here. Um, and the section, whether it's first or however you want to do it. So if you're first period, that's how I do it at least. As you can see here, my learning lab, my 7th period spring. We do trimesters, so we want to make sure to split it up. So all you gotta do is hit create class, which then this pops up. Okay, so your title of your class is right here. The section is right below it. To change your theme, select the theme right here. And you have a bunch of great options. Make it customized to you. Um, you can also change it to just patterns. But as you can see, there's a lot of great options here. Um, so I'm going to go through and I'm just going to pick one of these. I like math, so I'll select that one. A little chalkboard plus. Now, there are some other great options here, not just that you can select a theme and all that fun stuff, but you can actually make it very productive. You can start the tour down here, which will give you some more basic information. When you go through, it'll allow you to see the students. You can set it so that students can post and comment, or just comment only, or only the teacher can post or comment, and they can just view it. So it kind of depends on how you want to run your class. Um, for me, I like to have students can post and comment, and then here you can see class code YOJOUANAG, which allows anybody that has this code to join this class. Um, so that's kind of the basics. When you're going through, you just put this screen even onto your overhead projector, and students can go to classroom.google.com, type in this code, and automatically join your class without having to worry about it too much. But over here we go to about. Now about, you can title, so this is an example class. So you can go ahead and title your classroom. You can also describe what the class is. So this is for people new to Google Classroom. Okay, so if you do, say, math or English is a great one. As you could see earlier, we use horticulture as well. But if you do any of those, you can put your class registration, course description right in here so people can actually see what it's about. You can also say where it meets. It has your email address and your Google Drive folder. Now, the nice thing about the Google Drive folder is that everything that goes in there, so everything you share with the class and then the class resubmits to you, it does this awesome thing where it'll all be right there. All the students have to do is turn it in, and the homework will be automatically sent to you, and you'll receive an email about it, which is wonderful. Down here, you can add materials. So if you have a book, if you have a syllabus, all you got to do is click on the Google Drive, attach a Google Drive item, and you can go through and add the syllabus to it. Makes life easier. You can also do a YouTube introduction if you want, or any other links that you like. All you have to do is post one. So, and then you can add as many as you would like, not just the one. Going back to Stream, there are a couple of things you can do. You can show deleted items. So if you delete something, or a student deletes something, you'll still be able to see it, which makes life easier for you. I use the show deleted items most of the time. In some certain cases where I accidentally submit an assignment or send out an assignment to my students that I forgot to link the document to, then I'll have to delete it, which then you don't want to see it because it's just extra stuff. Share with your class. You can do an announcement here, which is nice. So if you have a big project coming up, you can send out an announcement. And when you send it out, you can do whatever classroom that you're in, or you can do all of your classes. So if you have 7 different or 6 different classes of the exact same class, you can go through and say, oh, we have a big project coming up Friday, make sure you're on time with it, or whatever you want to do with it. Just kind of gives everybody a heads up. You can also send out any attachments, YouTube videos, links that you want. Now that's the cool part, but this is even better, your assignments. So you can send out brand new assignments. So for me, we are going through When a Hero Dies. So I can say When a Hero Dies, Chapter 1, questions. Okay, now it gives you a due date. So when you send this out, it'll automatically say, okay, this is due back by whenever. It'll give them an alert. It'll send them an email so that nobody can go, oh, I didn't get it. And then for me, I already have documents made for this. So When a Hero Dies, and then I can go down to Chapter 1 questions. Now, you can make it so students can view the file. Students can edit the file or make a copy for each student, which is what I like to do. I'm actually going to go students invite. Let's go with, it might not let me do that one. I was going to invite myself, but unfortunately we're not able to do that. So go back here, make a copy for each student, which I only want for the new class, and I hit assign. And what happens is it makes a copy and gives ownership to each of my students. And over here, upcoming assignments, it'll automatically post due April 3rd. So everything that is due within the next week or so, it'll automatically put over here so everyone can see it. Here we also have whether people are done or not. If they're done, then it goes here. If they're not done, since we have 0 students in the class right now, I get 0 for 0. If you look here, this is the original copy. What happens for the students is that it will also name it like When a Hero Dies, Chapter 1 questions, and then it'll also add to them like their last name, and give them the ownership rights to it so that they can go through and edit all that they want for it. Now, When a Hero Dies, Chapter 1 questions, you can also add comments. Anybody can add comments to this, so students can ask questions or debate with their other peers. and all it does is goes right here. So how do I find the answers for question 1? And then post. Now somebody else can go, well, it's right in page 5 or something of that matter, just to make sure that it works. Now, student work, as I said, students can go through and submit the assignment back. All they got to do is go into their Google Classroom and click Turn In. When you click Turn In, it'll automatically go, what do you want to turn in? In which case you can just click it, click Turn It In, and then it'll automatically pop up here. I actually have an example. Let's see. See if it's here. So here you can see that I have 2 students that haven't turned it in, or have turned it in, 3 that haven't. They will each get a copy of it, and then if I click on it, it'll actually pop up who has it done and who doesn't. As you can see, due date March 26th, 3 not done. The students are still able to turn it in, but I can deduct points for it or whatever. Go back over here to my new class. And if I had my students in here as well, they'd be able to comment on anything that's upcoming. Now, maybe I didn't want to do that. I can either edit it and change the date that it was due. Maybe I meant to do April 10th instead. Or maybe I decided to make a time that it has to be due by. That's up to you. You can do it however you want. So I would say cancel here. I liked it as April 3rd, but maybe I didn't mean to make it, so I'm going to delete it. So it disappears. As you can see, I can still see it because it says stream show deleted items. If I don't want to see it anymore, I just turn that off, and we're back to brand new. We can also send out assignments that are videos. If I want my students to watch a video first and then reply with a response, I can do that. I can also send out a website. So if I have a Google form that I want them to do, the one problem is that if they're doing a Google form, it doesn't say, there's no way to really say turn it back in. So you're going to have to do that on your own. But it'll be in here. Go back to this. If there are any questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, you can actually change your code. So now I have a brand new code here. Invite allows me to invite any students that I want to the class, or I can just post it up on the board and tell them the code, and then they can automatically log into this classroom without having to worry too much about how to get in. You do have to be a member of the organization. So if your school, like ours, has a nice Google Apps for Education where all of the teachers and students are on Google, we're able to go through and all join the same class if we want. We actually have a class for our teachers that I'm a member of, which for PD we have reading assignments or whatever. We haven't experimented with this too much, but it lets us kind of get involved. And then as a student, you can see your classmates, in this case the other teachers. You can also see our Google Drive. So this is kind of what it looks like. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and look forward to seeing you guys in the classrooms.